So I'm in my back garden and I'm just happy sort of jet washing away, doing what I had to do with it. Then for some reason it's still kind of making a noise, but there's nothing coming out, no water's kind of coming out. So obviously there's a problem, so I'm going to try and fix it. I did have a warranty on this for 3 years, but literally 10 days before this happened it had run out, which was quite annoying to say the least.
Bought a Wendy. Well, I didn't buy it, it was given away actually. Someone was going to throw it, so we thought we'd have it for our grandchildren. So I just cleaning it up. This is just packed up. I did have a warranty on it, but it's out of date now. And I got an idea what the problem is. I think in there something's come loose. The problem is I can't get into it because these are not long enough. Got to widen that hole. I just need to widen it a little bit, not a huge amount. Right, so I've had to drill 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and hopefully I can get into it now. What strikes me immediately that there is no kind of immediate problem, where I can see that something has come loose.
Don't last very long, do they?
No, they don't make things that last like they used to years ago, because if they did they'd be out of business within a few years. So they've got to make things which break, and you've got to keep going back and buying it and rebuying it and stuff. You know, it lasts about 3 years. That's the time with the warranty, and then when the warranty finishes, this thing packs up. So I think what I'll do is put it back together again and see how we go from there. That's what I think of that. The wife went and bought a little, well, quite a big pool actually, little kind of inflatable pool for the grandchildren and ourselves. Of course, it's a very hot day today here in the UK. It's 40 degrees plus. I think it's a new record going to be set. Anyway, so this is not a jacuzzi pool per se. However, I have adapted 1 or 2 things to make it into a jacuzzi pool. I find myself out at Shrivenham. This is the Wilts and Berks Canal. So basically the Wilts and Berks Canal starts over in the west near Trowbridge and Semmington, goes through Melksham, goes through I think Devizes, part of Swindon, and makes its way east into Oxfordshire, which is the old Berkshire by the way, and goes up towards Abingdon going that way. Where then it goes into the River Thames. That's where we are today. It's kind of a bit of a run going into the canal, what used to be. You can see it's ever so overgrown now. There have been attempts over the years with the trust to dig it out. That's still an ongoing thing. Obviously the battle is not being won at the moment. Right, okay, let's give you a bit of an idea whereabouts we are, our location.
So whilst I fly my drone around, I'll read you some information about the Wilts and the Berks Canal. The Wilts and Berks Canal is a canal in the historic counties of Wiltshire and Berkshire in England, linking the Kennet and Avon Canal at Semmington near Melksham to the River Thames at Abingdon. The North Wilts Canal merged with it to become a branch to the Thames and the Severn Canal at Latton near Cricklade. Among the professional trades were boatmen, and the canal was nicknamed the Ippy Cut, possibly short for Chippenham. The 52-mile long canal was opened in 1810, but it was abandoned in 1914, a fate hastened by the collapse of Stanley Aqueduct in 1901. Much of the canal subsequently became impassable. Many of the structures were deliberately damaged by army demolition exercises. Part of the route were filled in, and in some cases it was built over. In 1977, the Wilts and Berks Canal Amenity Group was formed with a view to a full restoration of the canal. Several locks and bridges have since been restored, and over 8 miles of the canal has been re-watered. So I spent about half an hour flying around this particular area, and now it was time to move on to my next location. So I went back to work at 4 p.m. I picked up and I took down to a place called Newbury, which is not far from Donington Castle. The drive was about 28 miles and about 45 minutes. Donington Castle is a ruined medieval castle situated in the small village of Donington, just north of the town of Newbury in the English county of Berkshire. It was founded by Sir Richard Atterbury the Elder in 1386 and was bought by Thomas Chaucer before the castle was taken under royal control during the Tudor period. During the First English Civil War, the castle was held by the royalist Sir John Boys and withstood an 18-month siege. After the garrison eventually surrendered, Parliament voted to demolish Donington Castle in 1646. Only the gatehouse survives. The site is a scheduled monument under the care of English Heritage. The manor of Donington had been owned by the Atterbury family since 1292. Donington Castle was built by its original owner Sir Richard Atterbury the Elder, under a licence granted by Richard II in 1386. The surviving castle gatehouse dates from this time. In 1398, the castle was sold to Thomas Chaucer, the son of the poet Geoffrey Chaucer, as a residence for his daughter Alice, who later became Duchess of Suffolk. The Duke of Suffolk, William de la Pole, made Donington his occasional residence, and he considerably enlarged the buildings. This family later fell out with the Tudor monarchs, and the castle became a royal property. In 1514 it was given to Charles Brandon, the first Duke of Suffolk. Though Brandon appears to have stayed at the Donington Castle in 1516, by the time the castle and the manor returned to the Crown in 1535, the structure was in a state of decay. King Henry VIII, Edward VI and Queen Elizabeth I visited Donington Castle in 1539, 1552 and 1568 respectively. Right, so we're coming towards the end of my little video for this day, or these few days. I've enjoyed my time here, but one major downside to my exploits today is that my drone impacted with a tree which caught me on the blind side. Obstacle avoidance is a great thing, but unfortunately it's a thing my drone does not have. So my drone took quite a severe impact, The gimbal has been damaged. I tried to do a repair. Unfortunately, the repair did not work, and I've now sent my drone off to be repaired to a company which is situated in Brighton, and I don't suppose I'll get it back for the next 2 weeks. But however, I do think the videos will continue. I'm also going to be busy doing other things regarding my regular job and also my little camcat business, so things will be moving on that side, hopefully. Anyway, so I just want to say thank you for watching my little video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And I just want to say thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care and bye for now.